Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of my kayak camping gear series. If you haven't seen episode 1 and 2, I have a playlist on my channel. And man, it is cold here in southwest Michigan. Minus 15 today. That's not with the wind chill. We probably got about 1.5 feet of snow. And Michigan has issued a state of emergency, so it is cold. My nostrils are just freezing up just out here filming this real quick. But let's take a look at episode 3. This is going to be my fire kit and my first aid kit. Let's go inside where it's warm. Check it out. Here's my fire kit. And this is a Tupperware box. This is very waterproof. And believe it or not, this is one of the kits that I very rarely use when I'm out there. There is normally so much birch bark and other tinder that we just get a pile of that and light it up, throw some small sticks on it, and we got a fire. But let's go through this and I'll show you what I take. I carry an extra backup lighter, and this normally goes into my life vest or in the pocket, one of my pockets. So here's the content of my fire kit. I keep a hunk of burlap in there, and this is a great fire extender or coal extender, but it helps from stuff rattling around in there. I carry a couple nice pieces of fat wood, and then I carry these straws here, and these have cotton and Vaseline in them, and don't normally use these for starting a fire. I like to use these if I'm using like a bush box or a wood stove. This helps get the fire going in that. I have a small ferro rod. I have a little saw blade here, hacksaw blade, and then I got some jute tying wrapped around there. Carry a Bic lighter in there. And then last is these fire starters that I make, and these are actually cotton balls. And what I do is I only dip them halfway in the cotton, let them dry, harden up, and then I rub Vaseline, and it leaves some fibers here, so they could be started with a ferro rod. And then I kind of smash them down so they pack pretty easy. Everything packs nice and neatly into this Tupperware, this small Tupperware. And like I said, I'll put this burlap there just to keep stuff from rattling around. Seal that up. And then this normally gets stored in a ditty bag. And other stuff that's in the ditty bag is the sewing kit or the repair kit, and then some other things that I'll show you guys later. But this will get stored in its own little sack with a bunch of other things. And well, there you go, my fire kit. Alright, now the feature of the video. This is the first aid kit I normally take. I've taken this one on almost every kayaking trip. Some camping trips. I have several of them. I use a different one when I go backpacking. But let's get into this and I'll show you what I got. Along with the first aid kit, I carry a tourniquet. And this is a cat-like tourniquet. It's not a cat brand, but it's nice and sealed in its own little package here. I keep my first aid kit in a Ziploc bag just to protect it more in case it gets wet. And my first aid kit and tourniquet, they don't get packed into a dry sack or anything like that. They either go into my vest or my ribs pack or in a cubby hole somewhere where I can access them on the river and I'm not having to dig through gear to try to find my first aid kit. So this is one of the items that you want available when you need it. So let's open this up and I'll lay out all the items in there and go over everything. So crazy enough, a lot of stuff fits in this little bag here. We'll go from the top, and this first thing right here, this is a trauma kit. It's got 5x9s, 4x4s, and just a bunch of other trauma items that you might need for a big injury. I have a couple things of Germex, and these are just basically hand sanitizers. I got some medical tape, just squished that down so I could fit it. I got some Cobain, and if you haven't never seen Cobain, this is like a plastic elastic dressing that will go over and stick to itself. Nice for holding stuff in place. Of course, I don't keep the tourniquet in there, but I do have a bunch of alcohol wipes and some triple antibiotic, and then I also believe that I have some betadine in here. Next is my band-aids, just a bunch of different size band-aids, and I buy the Band-Aid Tough Strips. They're waterproof and they stick really well to the skin. I try to stay away from cheap band-aids. The same with this. These are the large band-aids, and these are Band-Aid brand Tough Strips. Don't skimp out on your band-aids. Over here I got some medication. I got some Motrin. I got some antacids, so like some Tums, and then I got some prescription antacids. And I don't know if you ever dealt with heartburn out in the woods, but it sucks. So I got some Tylenols. Over here, a couple tools is fingernail clippers I got wrapped in here, and then a nice set of tweezers. I carry some lip balm, and this is the Lip Medics brand, and I really like this brand here. I carry a mirror, and then last with the medications is I carry some Benadryl. You never know what kind of allergic reaction somebody's going to have, even if it's not you. So there is my first aid kit. Nothing big and extravagant, but it works for me. I got all the necessities that I need, and it packs down pretty small. So, and then with the tourniquet, that just goes with everything here. Now remember, do not pack this in your pack or a dry bag somewhere where you have to dig around for it. This is an item, a kit that you want available when you need it. If something was to happen, you know, digging around trying to find this is just a shame. But keep this on you or in a cubby hole where you can get to it. Also, it is nice to be able to grab some Motrin if you have a headache, or some other medications as you're floating down the river and not having to pull over and dig through bags. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 3 in my kayak camping gear. I hope this helps somebody out. I will be having another video coming up next Wednesday. Until the next time, take care.